Hey everybody, welcome back to Chicken Cindy's. I got a single track jack, DIY carbon bike. It's been a while. I guess this is technically part 2. Basically, we're changing a lot on this bike today. Wheel set, tires, trimming down the bars, changing the brake levers,
shortening the fork.
Shortening the fork, the height of the stem. So, I don't know, montage?
Montage.
Montage. Appreciate the bike for the way it looks now, because these tan walls look terrific.
Dude, I love these tan walls. I've wanted tan walls for so long.
And they're very nice.
Yeah.
So alright, before we get into the little things that we changed on the bike, let's get into how you like the frame.
The frame itself I like. There's a little bit of drama with getting it, as you guys, I think we went over it when we did the first video.
So we talked about it, but I didn't want to go into detail because I just wanted to show off the bike being built.
Yeah.
Because it did look really good.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of emails back and forth between you. Was it the owner or just, do you know?
I started with a customer service rep and it did get escalated up to the owner of the company.
So fun fact there, you can eventually get to the owner if you need to. The bad thing was when Jack ordered this, he was under the impression that it was coming from a warehouse in the United States.
Yeah.
And it was not that at all. It was actually made after you ordered it.
Yep. When I went through the ordering process, it said that it was going to arrive within, I think, 30 to 40 days.
Okay.
It didn't ship until 3 months later.
Okay, so you ordered it in...
I ordered it in February.
And it came in...
No, it wasn't 3 months since I ordered it. I actually got the email that it shipped in March. But the tracking didn't update until May.
And then you got it towards the end of June, right?
Yeah, somewhere June, July, somewhere
So
around
the biggest issue with that was the fact that when you ordered it, you were under the impression you were going to get it right when the new riding season started.
Yep. And
instead, he missed like half the riding season. I mean, there was a couple trips you missed with us because you did not have a bike.
Yeah, the opening for Shepherd Mountain.
So, besides that whole ordering aspect, and when I was reading the emails he was sending them to me, I wasn't super impressed with the professionalism, I guess I can say. There wasn't anything like bad, swear words and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was just...
It was a matter of what they were sticking to was it shipped, so there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
But the tracking didn't update and actually show that it left a warehouse or anywhere until 2 or 3 months after.
It did seem kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
Like, it seemed sketchy. But overall, after building the bike up and everything, I mean, it looks good.
Yeah, no, quality-wise, I'm super happy with the frame. I mean, unfortunately, our first trip to Ray's, I did fall over and it got a boo-boo.
That was last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, last year.
That's when we went
last year, December.
So I've opted for any future boo-boos are just going to get Band-Aids.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
They're color-coded. They
very
match.
Nice blue Band-Aid.
So, yeah. 99 cents on Amazon for a pack of 99.
So let's get into the details of the build itself.
Yep.
So a lot of people ask about this white frame. I've talked about the white frame a couple times. Had it powder coated. Very bad experience. Screw holes were powder coated. It was not a good idea. It was not ideal. But so it's just chilling up there, and maybe someday I'll try to figure out how to build it. But it's just really nice wall art.
Yeah.
All the parts from that went onto this.
Yep.
It was a Jamis Faultline A2.
Yep.
The
super great bike. It was like $1,800 for a full suspension.
Got it from Bentonville.
Yeah.
Bentonville.
What is it? I think it was Fat Tire Bike Shop there.
Oh yeah. Because that's actually no, you're right. But so we went there. He rode it, liked it. The more he rode it, it was just too big of a bike.
Yeah.
And we'll get into some of the details because a lot of the parts from that are still on this build right now. So the biggest change we did right now was the wheel set itself. So we changed the 29 wheel set that was stock on the Jamis to the very nice JG bike wheel set now with the very nice engagement rear hub. We'll listen to this real quick.
I finally get to feel like I'm running from a swarm of bees.
So very, very nice build quality. I mean, they just look really good.
I'm super happy with that.
The Maxxis Minion DHR2s front and back in the tan wall, which look terrific. They look... I wasn't sure how the tan was going to look on it because of the black and everything, but it just works really well. Whenever I was watching him riding around out there, it looked good.
I think the blue ties it into...
Yeah, it just works. Yeah. I love it. I know a lot of people, well, I guess I shouldn't say a lot of people, but you either like tan wall or you don't like tan wall. This looks sharp. Yeah. I really, really like these. It looks good. The cockpit had quite a makeover.
We pretty much rebuilt the entire cockpit, yeah.
So when we were at Ray's this year, Rich was sharing an equation with Jackie, and I'll let him tell the equation in a second.
Yeah.
And we ended up cutting off 40 millimeters of the handlebars, which were originally 800, and we took them down to 760. So what is that equation?
So that is, if I'm remembering correctly, from Lee Perrin.
Lee Perrin.
Super easy to find. All I did just to double check today was I just Googled equation for bike handlebars.
And it came up.
Yep.
Okay.
So it is your height in millimeters times 0.44. So for us, that came out to 759.96 or something like that.
Which is 760.
Yeah, we went 760, dropped 20 from both sides.
Yep, pretty easy fix.
We took about 20 off the actual
steer tube of the
steer
Ford.
Tube. So
drop that I didn't realize how high that actually was.
My handlebars were initially about this high.
Yeah, I mean we had another 10 millimeter spacer, and then we also had a 3 millimeter spacer on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
It was like looking at it looked a little ridiculous.
It was a tower.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if that had ever been cut when I was looking at it.
It didn't.
I was gonna say, like even stock.
Yeah.
So, but no.
No, it was all stock.
So we
dropped it. Yeah, we dropped it down. We shortened it in. It feels completely different, and I am absolutely thrilled to get this on the trail.
Yeah. We might shorten the stem just a little bit still.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait for now because it is a nice race face effect stem.
Yeah.
And it's a 35 millimeter clamp, but that is something we can still shorten if it doesn't feel the best to start with.
Yeah.
But just watching you ride it, like it looked so much better. Like, because you're not so extended.
Yeah.
And it just looks like it fits a lot better.
I don't feel like I'm riding a motorcycle with ape hangers. Because all I was doing was I was just sitting there like this and just holding on for dear life. Now I feel like I can actually maneuver the bike around.
And according to DIY Carbon, this bike frame should fit your height being a medium-sized frame, which you're 5'8".
Yep.
Is that it? 30-inch inseam? A little bit longer inseam?
I don't know.
He's just a little shorter than I am. I'd say probably 30 to 31-inch inseam is what I imagine. And then one of the other big changes we did was the Deor brake levers.
Yes.
So it had MT200s, and those levers on the MT200 are just so long.
Yeah.
And he was complaining about him hitting his knuckles and stuff. So I was like, well, let's $30 a piece.
something like that.
I mean, pretty cheap upgrade for like a really big difference for just adjustability, comfortability, and going to 1 or 2 finger braking. A big difference.
Yeah, I'm not going to be skinning my knuckles anymore on those, and thanks to that, I don't have to think about getting full finger gloves.
He refuses to wear full finger gloves. And I give him a hard time over it, so if I never would have given him a hard time, you'd probably have him. But no, so that's what we've changed on the bike. We'll have to get a trail video here soon.
Yep.
Just so we can like legit ride it and see what he thinks. So I'm really sorry it took so long to get this new video to you guys over the update after the build and just kind of the review. I'll put a link here to the original video, which I mean was about a year ago now.
Yep.
But other than that, any final thoughts?
All in all, I'm super happy for it. I think that final trail video will just be a conclusion on it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some future changes.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna change out pretty much the front drivetrain. I'm gonna switch this out, get a better bottom bracket. I've got new race face chesters on the way.
Which again, these chesters were on his GT Aggressor Pro, which is when we started riding 4 years ago.
These chesters are about 5 years old at this point.
They've seen some things.
They've been dropped off of 2 vehicles.
Between the rust and the blood that are on them, just over the years.
And the cement.
Oh yeah, the cement. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, we're gonna switch out the drivetrain. I'm actually leaning towards some of those JG bike cranks that Josh has on some of the other bikes. So
yeah,
really
I love JG crank bikes.
And then I'm gonna throw an oval ring on it.
I'm a big advocate of oval rings.
So
and it's just the drivetrain needs updated.
Yeah.
It's about a 2.5, 3-year-old drivetrain, so he'll probably be able to get through the full season this year with it.
Yep.
But no.
And then other than that, the only other thing is we're gonna fix the routing here for this P&W dropper post. Yep. We're gonna run it down this bottom tube and through the internal routing that was for the front.
Yep, we're gonna get that figured out finally. So, but.
And then other than that, she'll be done.
Sweet.
Super looking forward to it. Maybe a new fork in the future because this one's been through it.
Yeah.
It's been dropped off a mountain a couple times.
It's a nice air fork, but it is like a cheaper air fork. Yeah. So maybe like a Marzocchi Bomber Z2 or something. Just not a super expensive fork.
Something for an upgrade.
But nicer, and it'll weigh a little bit less too.
Updates, essentially.
Yep. Just making it a nicer bike is what we're doing. So.
But yeah, no, other than that,
she's working again, and she fits you better.
Yeah.
That's what we were shooting for, comfortability. So.
Looping back to the actual frame, I think a lot of the problems they were having was same shipping issues we were seeing across the country, across the world. So I honestly don't hold that against them anymore.
No, it was frustrating at the time.
It was a stressful time in everyone's life. So
it was.
He was probably getting emails from everybody else, and he couldn't handhold everybody. So I've popped over to their website a couple times, even recently, looking at road bike frames possibly, just because I need to get out there on them. But
so there you go. If he's looking to buy another one, it must not have been terrible. So
yeah, so I don't think it'd take somebody 6 months to get a frame from them now. So
no. I'm interested to get one now just to see how long it does take. Honestly, just out of curiosity.
The frame itself, this was $400, somewhere around there. So.
It's a nice
$400 for a nice carbon fiber hardtail, it's great. And
it's had some balls. It's been raised a couple times. It's been to downhill parks.
It's been to Rays, Shepherd, Bentonville.
So we've taken it places. I mean, it's holding up.
Yeah, it's been dropped off of mountains.
So, all right. Well, guys, any questions? Put them down in the comments and let us know. As usual, thank you for tuning in. And until next time.
See ya.
Everybody take care.